Hey guys, Brandon Johnson here again. Thanks for joining me. Today we're looking at Fire on the Mountain, Run Boys Run. It's probably one of the most well-known bluegrass songs out there, and it's got a really cool flat-picking melody line on the guitar. So for this song, what we're doing is we're copying or emulating the sound of a fiddle with the guitar. So we're kind of thinking in terms of how would a fiddle play the melody. That's just kind of the feel of this song. And I actually heard a really cool version of Doc Watson playing this with his original band from the 60s, which was a guitar player and a fiddle player. And this was a video from like the mid 80s where they were all old guys and they got together and they were playing Fire on the Mountain. And it just inspired me. It really just made me want to learn the song. So I hope you enjoy it and let's check it out. All right, let's talk about Fire on the Mountain. When we play Fire on the Mountain, as I said in the intro, we're really copying the sound of a fiddle with this song on the guitar. So, you can tell that this song was originally written for fiddle and eventually it was transcribed for guitar. And this is kind of the Doc Watson version of how he transcribed it, in his mind. So we're starting right off the bat with a slide up on the B string with your middle finger on a downstroke on the 2nd fret. So you've got your middle finger on the 2nd fret B string, and we're sliding up to the 5th fret B string. And we're hitting that open E. Okay, and this actually repeats itself. This phrase kind of repeats itself, different variations of this phrase throughout the song. So it's one of those things where you learn kind of this one phrase and you use that to base all the other licks off of it. This slide up on the B string from the 2nd fret to the 5th fret. I'm playing this entire part with my middle finger and my index finger. So I'm starting with my middle finger on the slide up. Then I'm coming back down to the 2nd fret B string with my middle finger. So it's actually, the entire lick is actually your middle finger except for when you go down to the 1st fret G string. That's the only time you actually use your index finger in measure number 1. Okay, let's play measure number 1, start to finish. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. So if you look at the structure of a traditional fiddle tune, typically they're A-A-B-B or A-B, something like that. And this one follows that same format. However, measure number 1 is actually kind of like a pickup measure into the normal form of the song. And when you pass it off to the next player, you're actually going to end with measure number 1 each time. So it's kind of different in that way, and that's really what gives the song its unique sound and its unique feel. It has that little pickup measure at the beginning, which on the tab sheet is measure number 1. So the form doesn't really start until measure number 2. So let's take a look at measure number 2. All right, measure number 2, it starts off very similar to measure number 1 with the slide up with your middle finger on the B string 2nd fret to the B string 5th fret. Same exact thing. Okay, so it's the same as measure number 1 up until that point, up until when you hit the 2nd fret G string with your middle finger. Or normally in measure number 1, you would begin the run, but in this part, we're actually going to slide up again. So we're going to go like this. So a lot of slide ups. Okay, and right here, we're going to go to the E string 5th fret. And I like to play this with my middle finger as well. And we're going to hit it with a downstroke and then open to 2. Okay, on the tab sheet I have it as being picked individually, so each individual note is being picked. So if you wanted to, you could do a pull off here. So that would sound like this. Okay, let's play measure number 2 now, start to finish. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And after you play this, you're going to want to get your finger back into your middle finger back into the B string 2nd fret position, because we're going to go right back into another slide up in measure number 3. Okay, let's play measures 1 and 2 together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's take a look at measure number 3. So measure number 3 is exactly the same as measure number 1. So we're starting with a slide up, and when you're coming out of measure number 2, you're coming out of... I actually like to put my middle finger back down on that 2nd fret B string to get ready for the slide up in the beginning of measure number 3. So we're starting with a slide up. Again, this is all with your middle finger. Until you get there with your index finger. Then back there with your middle finger. So you're actually playing over an A chord here. It's good not to play the B string along with this note when you're playing your G string 2nd fret with your middle finger, because you're coming out of, and you can hear how that's kind of, if you let them ring out together, it's kind of dissonant. Okay, now let's play measures 2 and 3 together, start to finish. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four. Okay, and looking at measure number 4 now, measure number 4 is exactly the same as measure number 2. So we're starting with that slide up again. Another slide up. And you really want to focus on doing this slide up as quickly as possible without falling out of tempo and falling out of time. Okay, and when we look at measure number 5 is kind of like a little turnaround lick. And we're starting with an open high E. In this lick, we're playing with our middle finger and our ring finger. So we're going... Okay, let's play all of measure number 5, start to finish. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, 4. And you can see how the first note, the open E, is an 8th note. So you let it ring out just for a fraction longer than the rest of the notes. The rest of the notes are 16th notes. That's actually a really cool lick in the key of D right there that you could take into your soloing. Has a lot of cool movement to it. Okay, now let's play measures 4 and 5 together, start to finish. 1, 2, 3, 4.